Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stephen Williams, founder and president of the creditrepairshop.com. I'm making this video from my backyard looking at my swimming pool. Here's my swimming pool. Come out here and it's a heated pool. So if I wanted to, I could come out here in the winter and we could just turn up the whole pool, but it would be uh, scary going back into the house because you got to make it back to the house. It could be freezing outside. But this video here, I want to give you an update about the Santandar settlement. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. It's just that one of the biggest problems is that there's not a lot of stuff, information coming out from the people who actually brought the settlement, which are the attorney generals for the 34 states, and also the company, which I found out is Rust Consulting, which is at the bottom of the website for the settlement information. I've sent emails to both, tried to contact them by phone, no response. They're just telling people to stand by. But I don't want people to stand by because I'm seeing certain things that are happening with this, and I got my little list here, and I want to make you aware of it. One of the things that I've seen reported here on YouTube and also with my clients with the credit repair shop is that Santandar is actually calling people and offering to do a half settlement. So if you had a repossession, you owed $20,000, they're saying, well, would you pay $10,000 and make this go away? And obviously the person is thinking in their mind, 10,000 instead of 20,000 looks a lot better, even though they may not have the $10,000. It just sounds and looks a lot better for the debt that they would owe, and then they might end up paying payments on that. That's not good. What they're doing is they're being proactive on their side, and they're not telling people about the settlement. So they're calling people and actually making this type of offer, and they're not even going into details on why they're even in the position to have to make that type of offer, well, to even offer anything, which is because of the settlement that they're required to pay. So what I'm seeing that they're doing, this is like a setup, what I'm seeing that they're potentially doing is that they have to spend a certain amount of money. They know that they got tons and tons of customers that will be filing complaints or will be included in the 34 state agreement, and that they probably see a second round of lawsuits coming around. And I think that there's going to be a second round mainly with the states that did not get into the settlement. And what they're potentially doing is they're trying to get ahead of that and calling people that are in states that were not included, trying to do something to deal with them, so when there is a second one, that settlement has to be a lot less. So they're looking at damage control mode. But don't fall for that. What you should immediately do, if they call you and say that they want to, we know that you have this outstanding debt from a repo, and we want to cut you this deal and be nice to you and cut it in half, and you pay us payments, or if you got all the money, you can pay it. Don't fall for that. You need to make them aware that you know about the settlement and that you would want for them to forgive the entire debt in accordance to what the settlement said that they would be willing to do. You need to put that on the table. Another thing that I've found that they've been doing is they're calling around, or when people call in about doing a refinance, first they were claiming that they couldn't do a refinance, and then we found that some people are getting their cars refinanced, and then they're doing this scammy refinance where they're saying that they'll refinance you and give you a lower interest rate for 1 year. I've never heard of something like that happening, to give you a lower interest rate for 1 year. And that's mainly because people don't know about the settlement that Santander agreed that they would make the loans more affordable for the people that felt that they got ripped off, that felt that they had that internal score that Santander came up with to approve people and give them that high interest rate, 34 and 35%, and also what the car dealers had did with the Santander loans. They agreed that they were going to fix that and make it more affordable. Having 1 year is not going to make it more affordable. And also, when they did the interest rate cuts for people, it was still at a high rate for most people unless they really haggled with them. But what they're trying to do is Santander is trying to get ahead of the game with this and to be able to spend the least amount of money. And they're doing this again with people that are either not aware of the settlement or that they don't know their rights when it's going to come to what they can ask for with the settlement. Now, let's move into what's been happening with our clients and what people have been reporting from when I had made the video about being proactive is that people have gotten stuff removed. We've gotten stuff removed. We've actually had we notified clients and we sent stuff out for them, and then Santander called them back. I guess they were just on the list to be able to get called, and they had actually told them that they were going to remove the information off of their credit reports immediately. Some of the agents with Santander are not aware of everything, or they're pretending not to be aware. Maybe these are the agents or the ones that they use to call people and harass people, like it's their team of collectors that no matter what, they won't take no for an answer. So maybe that group is pretending like they don't know about the settlement. But there has been other Santander reps that did state, yes, we're going to get this stuff removed, and they claimed that they were going to do it, but we would proactively submit to all the bureaus and to Santander to make sure that they did remove it. Now, going with debt collectors that purchase Santander debt, some of them are acting like they don't know about the settlement, that they're trying to move forward with court summons and trying to get payments coming in on that debt. You need to notify them that there was a settlement that Santander made and that you want them to cease all collection activities, and at minimum you can get everything put on hold. And if they've sent a court summons to you to go into court, you need to send that letter to the judge, the same one that you sent to them, notifying the judge that Santander did come into a class action settlement agreement. Even if your state is not included, you still potentially could get everything ceased, at least until stuff is worked. Had a brief interruption there. You could at least get stuff stopped, even if you're not in the 34 state with the settlements with the 34 states, because this is like an open-end settlement when it goes to the portion, and that's on page 1 of the Santander settlement agreement, that moving forward they were going to make changes to customers that are current or that had fell behind after the date of the 2010 to December 31st, 2019, that there were still provisions on what they were going to do to help those customers out. So if you're being sued by a debt collector that purchased a debt from Santander, if you send that to them, they potentially could send it back to Santander to get their money back for what they paid for it. And at minimum, you can get the court to cease and put a stay on them taking you to court to try to sue you until more answers are made or given on how all of us are to proceed with either our clients or you as a customer on submitting documentations and getting relief from the settlement. So if you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. If you have questions, please post your questions and comments here. If you have a question that you don't want people to see here, which I get a lot of those, instead of going to the email, let's do this. Go to my website, thecreditrepairshop.com, go into the live chat section, and put your message there in the live chat section, and put Santander on there, and then I'll answer it there. Because what's happening is my employees are getting it's getting filled with people that are not customers, and they've been missing a few customers that had sent emails because they're constantly having to go through all of the different emails, and some of them were from me from the YouTube videos that I made. Please like this video, please share it, please get notified, hit that notification bell so you can get notified of these Santander videos and other videos that I make. And I want you to stay proactive. All of you will see your way through this one way or another. And until next time, this is Stephen Williams, founder and president of thecreditrepairshop.com. Thank you.